Nebraska head football coach Bo Pelini has yet to hand out the famed black shirts to his would-be black shirt defense at Nebraska. Since he's been the head coach there, he says they just haven't earned it. Well, following the Huskers' defensive performance against Michigan on Saturday night, Pelini may have to delve into the athletic budget and do a little online shopping this weekend. MarkRogersTV just minutes after Nebraska down to Michigan 23-9, a completely different matchup than what we saw last year at the Big House when Denard accounted for 4 touchdowns and the Maize and Blue rolled 45-17. Nebraska came into this game and knew their defensive plan, not to attack Robinson, to contain him in the pocket, make him throw the football downfield. The 4 rushers stayed in their lanes to stop the running lanes and prevent Robinson from getting outside or finding a crease in the middle. So he had to throw the football most of the time, and they didn't over-pursue, and they didn't blitz. Robinson threw for 55, ran for 46 in the first half, but the biggest play of the first half and the game was when Robinson did get loose in the secondary, got it inside the 10-yard line on a run and landed on his elbow and injured that elbow and had to leave the game and never came back. He accounted for those 101 yards and 6 points. Not a whole lot of offense, so the Nebraska defense did really well against him. But that was a lot more offense than they would see in the second half. Because freshman Russell Bellamy came in for Michigan, and he looked horrible. He missed on his first 10 throws. He went 3 for 16 for 38 yards. And yeah, he was a legit 3 for 16. He was that bad. Not that the offensive line helped him out that much, or the running game. Just 37 carries, 95 yards, 2.6 per pop for the Michigan ground game, because once we got to the second half, Nebraska pinned its ears back, and it was a completely different defensive scheme and different defensive strategy in going after the young freshman. They pinned their ears back and came after him, and it showed. He looked nervous, and he looked hesitant, and he looked like a freshman, and again, it was 3 for 16. Although there were a few Michigan drops in there. 52 yards for the Wolverines in the second half. They couldn't get anywhere. Nebraska wins at 23-9. Taylor Martinez for the Nebraska offense. Yeah, he's had more spectacular type football games, but in a big game, I've never seen him play more intelligently. 14 of 24 for $166. He did throw an interception that did not hurt the Huskers. So, on this day that Nebraska celebrated a 50th anniversary of all sellouts, 323 at Memorial Stadium. Nebraska also celebrates taking control of the Legends Division in the Big Ten at 3-1, and of course holding the tiebreaker over Michigan. Now this thing's not over. Nebraska's got to face Michigan State and Penn State the next 2 weeks. For Michigan, the defense played really well, but it's all going to come down to Denard Robinson's health. From what we saw out of the offense without D-Rob, in the second half, Michigan has little going for it on that side of the football down the stretch. Michigan-Nebraska, it was a big one. The Big Ten's down, but Nebraska's in control in the Legends Division. Would love to hear what you have to say about Nebraska-Michigan and the Big Ten race on MarkRogersTV.